Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
I don't know if it's the gas or what, but I've been sleeping like a baby. I kind of envy. It's like maybe I should have surgery every few months just so I can get the good juice and get the sleepy time stuff so I can actually sleep like a normal human.
I'm just going to have a recreational surgery every once in a while so I can get some good sleeps.
You could only get calf implants so many times.
Twice, to be specific.
I mean, you could probably technically keep upgrading, I guess. But
I guess. Let's scrap these and put some bigger ones in.
And I am all about doing whatever you want to do to be happy, but if you're getting multiple calf implants, you have a mental illness issue. You do not have a calf issue.
I mean, it's not great. Yeah. I also am a do what makes you happy guy, but yeah.
If you're on your third calf upgrade, maybe the calves aren't the problem.
I don't quite get it, but like I said, I don't have to, I guess. But if I were to tell my friends, can you give me a ride somewhere? I'm still recovering from my calf surgery, my calf implants. I would probably catch some shit.
Pardon me?
You're what now?
Don't make me repeat myself. So, just let the guy know, you shouldn't take anything for granted, indulge in your calves. Show them off. Wear some shorty shorts,
Yep, get the gams out.
You're a man that'll wear a short pant out in public. You'll show off the calves.
Brother, as soon as it's 50 degrees, I'm wearing shorts. So I've been in shorts mode for probably close to a fucking month now.
Look at you go. We strictly huge basketball shorts, or will you wear some jean or work jean or work pant fabric or dress pant fabric?
We had this talk 1,000 years ago on this podcast. I don't wear basketball shorts in public.
Okay. Yep.
I find it gauche. I need a proper pant or a proper short. I prefer a golf short. Basically, if you just had it's the same stuff that dress pants are made out of.
Yeah. Okay.
Except they're shorts.
Like Happy Humphrey of Morbid Obese Pro Wrestling fame, I believe, wore a golf short.
Yeah, I like a pleated golf short. Pleated. I own 3 pairs of the exact same black pleated golf shorts.
Oh, really?
And then I'll rock some khaki cargos on occasion.
Okay. What kind of sock you wearing with the golf shorts?
Black ankle. Adidas Black ankle.
Never do the full calf with an Argyle or anything like that and surely really dazzle people?
No, that is exclusively what I wear with pants. Are loud calf socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a bold sock boy.
Calf heights. I have big stovepipe lower legs, so calves full calf socks seem like they'd be awfully restrictive. But nothing ventured, nothing gained.
The only time I run into trouble with my big ass legs while wearing fancy socks is if it's a sock that has if it's a pattern or whatever, that's fine. But if it's a sock with I don't know, fucking one of the Ninja Turtles on it, it stretches out so much, it's fucking kill me, please. Whatever image gets so distorted that it becomes not at all what it is supposed to be.
I do have one pair of socks with Larry Bird on him. When I pull him up tight, he looks like the Elephant Man.
Yep.
Look at the Elephant Man stroking 3-pointers.
Yeah, it looks like in Hellraiser when the chains pull the guy's face off his skull and rip it in half. Yeah, so I stopped buying socks with faces on them quite a while ago.
Makes you sad.
I can't wear those. I can't wear those with shorts anyway, like the no manner of tall sock with shorts, because I look fucking ridiculous, because like I'm all torso to begin with. I'm like 75% torso on these nubbin legs, and then shorts with tall socks makes your legs look even shorter, so I really look ridiculous.
You're built like a ninja. You're built like a ninja from Mario Brothers 2.
Exactly. It's not a good look.
I wish that whenever you were about to move, you'd hop first. That's how a ninja operates. It's like jump out of a chair and then take off.
Yeah. It's not a good scene. I'm 6 feet tall and have a 29-inch inseam. Like I'm.
Oh, you've mentioned that,
torso.
Yeah.
All torso.
I used to wear a 34-inch inseam, and then now I'm a 32, which is like, why? How can that change? You know, like, how can that go down? And then I realized, because it was the 90s, and like every other jack off, I was wearing my pants way too low and 7 inches of denim dragging behind you all the time.
Yep, those wet calf days.
Yeah, oh my God.
As your day goes on, the moisture, you can just watch it wick up the back of your pants.
Or the
Those
thing
were
too,
the days.
when you'd cut the back 4 inches off because they get so haggard, so you'd have a denim apron on the front of your shoe.
Yep. Party up front and just high top in the back. Yep.
We were slaves to fashion.
Yeah, still am.
Sounds like it. Wearing socks that'll scare your cat. God, I'm picturing that now. These giant malformed Ninja Turtle heads terrifying your cat.
Cat comes around the corner out of the bedroom and just and flips way up and runs back inside.
You used to love Michelangelo. What happened?
I am a proponent of the loud socks, though, because like you can relate to this as a guy our size, you don't get to participate in any fun fashion except I can do loud socks. I can do fun socks.
I just want to be able to buy a pair of pants and not have to drive to a city of 100 or 1,000 more people to find them. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'd like to be able to buy off the rack a little more.
Don't want to drive to Minnesota Tarp for my goddamn pants.
Gotta go to a Fat Man Expo to buy pants.
It's harder to get than a gun. It's easier to get a gun than it is pants in my size.
You'd think I'd remember it, because at some point in my life I went past it. When did they? What size did they stop stocking for a fat guy at like a department store? I'm sure Walmart's more forgiving, but like, you're at the Buckle. You're a husky teenage boy. When are you no longer squeezing into a pair of jeans at the Buckle?
I think the Buckles are even more restrictive. I bet a Walmart will go to like a 44 or a 46, I bet.
Yeah.
But you go into the Buckle, I bet that tops out at 36, 34
Oh, no
maybe.
shit. Jesus Christ. I know people that are fit that wear a 36, but...
And it's probably going to be like one of those where it's like, oh, if you put a pair of Lucky 36s next to a pair of Levi or South Pole 36s, they're probably different. I bet the Luckies are smaller.
Fucking South Pole was a cruel brand, man. Like, oh man, these are 8XL. This will be baggy as fuck. You could barely squeeze into it, and now you have an eating disorder. Fucking A.
Yeah, it's oof.
Carl Kanai was a size you could trust.
Yeah. I never had any Carl Kanai shit. Mark Echo was a size you could trust.
Yeah, you're an Echo. You like that Rhino. I get it.
I love that Rhino. Boy howdy, Mark Echo got me through all of my 20s.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a high school thing?
No, I don't think I owned any Echo gear in high school.
Okay.
But then I
Moved to
came
the
out
big
here.
city.
Yeah, I came out here and was dirt poor, and they sell it at Burlington. So, and they make fat sizes. So it was a perfect storm.
God damn, I wish I would have discovered Burlington Coat Factory earlier. That place, Huskyman Haven. Holy shit.
It's gone downhill. I don't know if you've been to a Burlington lately.
It was pre-COVID last time I was at one.
Okay. Like the one here in Fargo, I don't know if maybe I just don't know what day the truck comes, and every other fat guy in town does know when the truck comes, so they get there and get all the good shit. But the last couple times I've been to Burlington Coat Factory, the only stuff left in our sizes is like a fucking gangster Daffy Duck in gold foil on a white shirt, you know? Like, just the absolute trash.
An 11XL short patent leather FUBU football jersey. It's only $4. I guess I could buy it.
Yep. It's only $4, so I guess I'll buy it. That is the Burlington. They should put that right on the door.
Fuck it, why not? That's Burlington Coat Factory.
I spent so much time in here looking, I gotta leave with something, I guess.
Yeah, right? Everyone's looking at me. I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Man, if you want to shop under the radar, that's the place to go, because there is always at least one scene happening. Like someone's screaming at a kid, someone's screaming at a spouse, there's always pandemonium at the Burlington Coat Factory.
Someone's hollering at an employee because they got accused of shoplifting, which they were.
Yeah. You're wearing 6 hats, sir. Clearly you didn't walk in with all these.
What the real chaos is if you're in a Burlington, go to the shoe department, because there's no law at all. You can just pull a box of shoes off the shelf, try them on, and then just huck them into the kitchen section if they don't fit. And eat the box right there. Like, it's fucking pandemonium in the shoe section of Burlington. No laws.
Elderly homeless woman eating chicken wild rice soup out of a Reebok high top. How did this come to be?
Goddamn Outworld?
God, going to Burlington Coat Factory for lunch would be great.
Hey, you want to meet for lunch? Sure. Where you want to go? Burlington Coat Factory. What's
the lunch special? Probably toast is what it says. I don't understand. You'd think they'd know.
Oh my God. That place is a war zone. And they've really leaned into like kitschy garbage the last couple times I've been there. Like just huge sections full of like as seen on TV horse shit. And like, here's a Tiger Electronics keychain that you could play poker on. Like just garbage.
Oh, really? I had no clue. I think I just beeline right for the fat guy clothes, and then I don't look around enough. You know, I got to be more aware of my surroundings, Marlon. You've always told me that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always telling you. Yeah, keep your head on a swivel.
Look around for those Tiger Electronics necklaces.
Yeah, like, you just got to wander around a little bit. Like, what the fuck? Why are there so many boomerangs in this store? Like,
what's going on in America right now? Australian invasion?
It's like the garbage that is in a gas station. Like it's like they lifted the toys section of a gas station or a truck stop and just put it into fucking Burlington.
The forgetful dad section.
Yeah, who needs this many paddle balls? I don't understand.
No one has ever bought a toy for a child at a truck stop that wasn't given to that child within 12 hours. You know, those are toys bought in a panic.
Yeah, no good dad has ever birthday shopped at a truck stop.
They don't have Black Friday specials at a truck stop.
Nope. Oh, here's a wooden rubber band gun and a butterfly knife.
Let's get to boys these patriotic Cincinnati Bengals footballs.
And a Walking Dead throw blanket.
Oh, look, it's the grandpa from Duck Dynasty. It's a wall mount. He'll sing if you push this button.
Oh shit. We've seen bonkers ones on all our fucking travels, like the one that we always stop at that I'm immediately thinking of. Like, here's all these like little concrete yard decorations, except instead of gnomes, this one's a squirrel in a bow tie giving the finger. It's like, who's this for?
Yeah, it's like the people that are into yard shit like that aren't white trash. They're usually like nice, normal, fucking elderly people, you know? Like,
right. Like, what percentage of those squirrels end up outside a trailer on like the bottom step? The bottom homemade pallet step.
Yeah. How many times has the most sad uncle in that family ate shit jumping off the patio drunk and fucking turning an ankle on that Smith fucking squirrel?
Yeah, I don't get it. Every time we go through there, I got to make a pass down a couple of them aisles. Like, who's doing this?
There's always usually a little section of like handmade, I assume, probably not, wooden rubber band shooting guns. You know what I'm talking
totally.
about? Yeah,
Yep.
Hook the front of it at the front of the barrel, pull it back, or some kind of clip mechanism, you know.
Yeah,
open
like
the clip.
like a plastic paddle wheel back by the trigger, so you can load up a few of them. And my favorite thing, I saw these just the other day at a gas station here in town. Like, there's a couple different models. Oh, it's a rifle. This one looks like a revolver, yada yada. And then there's now there's one that's just a sword, which is just a sword. Like, there's no mechanics to it at all. Like, it's just you just took a 1x6 and cut a scimitar pattern out of it, and now you're selling it for
so
$12.
Pretty soon it'll just be a club.
Oh god. One of them's just a plank. All they've done is give it a good sand, just a quick sand.
Oh, if we created some rural Southern character like Grandpappy, whatever's like hit and switch, we could just sell branches at a gas station for $20 a pop.
Yep.
Holy fuck! That is a Shark Tank idea.
You want me to cut that out so nobody steals it?
Yeah. I want to see how that Shark Tank would go. Like, listen, gang, people are fucking dumb. They like to buy dumb shit. They're loaded up on hot dog ingredients and fountain soda. They aren't making rational financial decisions. We're going to sell them sticks.
That's where Grandpappy's whooping switch comes into the picture.
And then underneath the quotes, they're not just sticks. That'll help.
That's your catchphrase.
Yeah. Well, I was skeptical, but it says right here. These are clearly more than just sticks.
Oh, God. And they would sell too. God damn it. Oh, my God.
Become independently wealthy off selling sticks to idiots.
The stick to idiot pipeline.
I'm all picking sticks myself so I can cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. What's that called? A cross section? We have a full cross section of the industry. We collect the sticks. We strip the leaves off them. We sell the sticks. It's like the Coors family. It's not enough that you are a brewer. You immediately get a bottling factory and farms to grow the hops and everything else.
Oh, Coors grows their own shit, huh?
At least they did when they were founded. I don't know that that's still a thing.
Oh, interesting.
Like that was like the first thing Adolf Coors did is like, I'm going to establish this brewery and the bottling plant and the bottle making plant and the water collection business. And like he made it completely self-sufficient.
Interesting.
And was a huge piece of garbage.
A guy named Adolf, you don't say.
Yeah. To be fair, he was first.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, probably by a good margin, yeah.
Oh, yes. But
Coors is old as balls.
Not a good dude.
You a Coors man? I've never seen you tip back a Coors than I remember.
I bet I have had less than 5 Coors Lights in my entire life, and probably you can probably stack an additional 2 or 3 banquets like Coors Heavies on there.
Yeah, never been a Coors guy, but I've had plenty, and I won't say no to one. If
that's what you got, sure.
Yeah, is it cold? If the answer is yes, I'll have one. That's almost any beer. Is it cold?
Yeah, I was about to say that's kind of your entire mantra.
Except like a fucking super sour IPA. I really want to tie a dirty one on. If that's Nitty Gritty Dirt Band's about to hit the stage, I want to get a little tore up so I can sing Fishing in the Dark and not feel self-conscious.
Can you name a second Nitty Gritty Dirt Band song?
Oh, well, I mean, like they did an album of standards way back in the day, like Will the Circle Be Unbroken and stuff like that. So, but I don't know
That's not their song, though.
But I'd say their version might be the best known. Like that might be the name of that album they did too. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, because they were like a hippie band, and then when they were in their 40s, because they're elderly men now. Then they had Fishing in the Dark in the late 80s. Like they were a band 20 odd years into their career when they had Fishing in the Dark, which is and they had a weird trajectory. There was that time in the 80s when everyone's like, well, country music's weird right now, so should we try to have a hit? Like the band Exile was like a sexy pop rock band, and then everyone realized they sucked, and then they just became a country band and had like 10 hits. A lot of yacht rock people went to country. Dan Seals, he wouldn't have had a country career.
Fucking Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. I didn't even know they did a version of Let the Circle Be Unbroken.
Yeah, that's like they're kind of like one of the landmark albums of like kind of like hippie, that whatever third or fourth wave of bluegrass was that, like it's like from 70 or 71.
Yeah, I definitely know a couple good versions of that song, but
yeah.
Well, I didn't know they were one of them.
Yeah, like what a weird, like that's why, like, technically they're a one-hit wonder, they really, but like they still, get a pretty good slot at any kind of jam band hippie festival because, old timers really get into the dirt band, like.
Fishing in the Dark is like on that short list of like, this will be played at every wedding.
Yeah.
For the entirety of America except the coasts.
Yeah. It does not matter if you like fishing. It's out of your hands at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where the city, if you want to have liquor, off-sale liquor sold at your wedding dance, you have to play it. It's a state law.
Yeah, it's a law.
There's a state marshal waiting for it to play. When it plays, he just solemnly nods and walks to his car.
He makes one check on his clipboard and puts his hat back on and walks out.
Quick wave. Doesn't want to interrupt. Everyone's having a good time.
Fishing in the Dark, Cotton Eye Joe. What are the other must-have wedding staples?
God.
Outside of like the chicken dance, shit like that.
We're forgetting some too. What are they though? God, you know what I'm getting?
Cupid Shuffle.
What is what's that? Oh, okay, yep, you're right. My head keeps going to karaoke staples. I was gonna say Goodbye Earl, but that is definitely not a wedding song.
I feel like that's been played at most weddings I've been to.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, like. God, that was a time you did not see Midwest karaoke without 3 sloppy drunk friend ladies just demolishing the song Goodbye Earl. Like,
that's still a thing, by the way.
Like they're all singing at a different, like it's like they meant to do it. They're all starting at a different spot, like a relay race.
Like a round. Like
someone falls asleep. Just head lifts, and Earl's gotta die. Right back to sleep. Snoring into the karaoke mic. I had a buddy on his 21st go up to sing karaoke. We didn't even know we were all very drunk. We didn't know what happened. We thought he got off the stage. We're like, what happened to Ryan? And then like 20 minutes later, karaoke still going on. All of a sudden, he just stands up from the shadows of the stage. He had just laid down and no one had noticed. So now he just confused singing with a group of like 6 women. Like he looks like a little kid in a Christmas program that doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing, and so he's faking it. Like he looked nervous. It's like, you could just get off stage, man.
You don't have to keep up an appearance here. You can just leave. You just fell asleep at karaoke. You've already gotten all your embarrassment out of the way, my man.
Yeah. Later that night, he disappeared, as drunk people often do. Had no clue where he was at, was kind of starting to panic. And from what he was told, he walked up to a police officer or police officers who were doing a home raid. Like, he just saw cops, like, they can help me, and just walked in as they burst through the door of a house. Like, from what he could tell, the house was empty, but, like, those cops were not thrilled he was there.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, he said they were, like, very mad and yelling at him very loudly. And he's like, I got very sad. And then, like, one of them took pity. Like, okay, man, I'll call somebody. We'll get you a ride. Like, thank you. I had a bad night. God, I've had some pretty low points.
Busy, but can I bother you for a minute?
People were mean to me.
Sir.
I didn't want all those shots, but I was peer pressured.
The bartender didn't know the words to the song.
The bartenders laughed at me. I think I peed.
Oh, shit.
Man, I had a lot of low points in my harder drinking days. I've never cried in front of a cop. I'm kind of proud of that. I've never been.
We've covered that you pissed in front of one. Is that better?
Yeah, I was having a good time. I was in my right mind. Hey, some piss freaks coming over here. I'll give them a show. It's Saturday. Come on, help yourself. Take a gander.
I don't know that it's like a brag or if it's just the default mode by which we all should live, but I definitely have not cried at a policeman.
I had a friend so hammered he woke up cuffed in the back of a car and didn't know why. That's a bummer. Wild. I think my brain has a self-defense mechanism that when I got that drunk, I'd usually find a safe place to fall down and sleep. Like, there's some soft hay. I'll go lay down over there. Like, some people just run on autopilot, man. Like, that's a why. Like, you know, the fucking pilot lights out, but yet it's still producing hot water. Like,
somehow,
how are you still operating? Got that red ring of death in their eyes. Like, you need to take a nap.
It's all just momentum based. Yeah. They just can't stop moving.
Yeah. It's like adrenaline is fueling their clearly sleeping brain, you know? Like,
yeah. They just devolve into drunken sharks. If they stop moving, they'll die.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that a few times. I clearly remember being very drunk and bright summer day, and then next thing I know, I'm in a car full of people and it's night and I don't know many of them. Like, what is happening? And then trying to keep it cool, like, yeah, this is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, I definitely know all of you.
Yeah. I'm assuming some of you go to college. You seem very old. Yeah.
Oof. Never been quite there. Well, that's probably not true, but I had a buddy. It's not my story to tell. It's his story, but like I didn't know him at the time, but it's such a good story that I feel okay about telling it. He went out one night, him and his boys. He was like 22 or something, the age you should be when you're doing dumb shit like this. They went out, they got all shit-faced. He Irish goodbyed out of the bar on full blackout mode. He doesn't remember any of this. Was walking home, tripped on something, cut his fucking head open on the goddamn curb, and is just like full crimson mask. It's bleeding down into his into his clothes.
Wow.
All fucked up. And he's trying to walk home, and apparently walked into, this is all put together after the fact, apparently walked into a house that he thought was his, that was unlocked, and laid down on this white couch that he thought was his, bleeding all over the fucking place. Wakes up the next morning to a 5 or 6 year old girl poking him, just wide-eyed. Wakes up and panics, sits up, sees this couch covered in blood, runs out of there, and he got close to home. He was a block or two away, and got his bearings and ran home. But that means that, like, whoever that girl's parents were just came down to this blood-soaked couch, and this little girl being like, "There was a man," and there's no man.
Shit.
What the fuck? That was probably 15 years ago now. That little girl's a grown-ass woman, thinks she saw a ghost.
Yeah. What's the proper way to handle that? I think if you can afford it, you leave a sorry note in the mailbox with $100 bill or something like that. God, you can tell I'm a bum because in my head a couch costs $100.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, I think you have the right idea, but I think you need a bigger envelope.
Yeah, Christ, I can get you 4 couches for $100.
You traumatized a child and ruined a couch, and you think $100 ought to cover it?
Gotta get a love seat, treat yourself.
Oh God, $100 wouldn't pay to clean the existing couch.
That couch is old news. That has bad connotations attached to it. We need a new couch for New Year.
Yeah. The mind races. Is that little girl okay? Did she have to go to therapy? Like, who knows the actual cost of his deeds that day?
I was at a party one time and a dude went kind of in a Quonset, behind a Quonset to take a piss. And I mean, it's a dirty one. It could happen to anyone. There was a tractor sitting there, but he didn't notice that it was a bucket tractor and it had the bale forks on it. And he fucking turned the corner and caught his forehead with one of the bale forks sticking out. You know, they're fucking, and busted him. Just like you said, that pro wrestling bleed, like to get a little cut. It's just everywhere. He didn't realize it. So he walks to his pickup, grabs one beer to crack a fresh one and another one just to hold up against his head. So he thinks it's just a bruise. And there's like blood oozing from underneath that beer. It's like, homie, that beer ain't going to do the trick.
Nope, you're going to need something a little more serious than that, brother.
Yeah. I've been at a party where I've cut myself bad, wanted to keep the Jeep rolling and just figure a way around it. I ruined a buddy of mine's prom t-shirt because I cut my arm real bad. Just did a quick electric tape bandage job using a t-shirt to sop it up with. Heaven forbid I miss a party when there was the exact same type of party every night, every weekend for my entire adolescence.
Can't miss one.
But when you're that age...
Gotta have perfect attendance at all the shitty high school parties.
I'm sure I had a good time, so all's well that ends well.
I was tuned up one night at a Halloween thing, and I don't know if I was fiddling with it or just in my pocket looking for something else, but I opened up the box cutter in my pocket and fucking ran my finger all the way along.
God damn it.
I was all fucked up.
I worked at a grocery store, so we always had box cutters, and a kid who I worked with didn't think of it, just put his hand to grab his wallet, and the fucking blade went underneath his fingernail. That's like Jesus. Fucking horror movie shit. Like, oh my God, I don't even like thinking about it. Because, you immediately just yanked it out quick, and fucking... Yeah.
Oh. Box cutter might be a thing where it's like, you really ought to get yourself like a dad holster, like a dad cell phone holster for that bad boy.
Man, I don't know if I've ever told you this. Edit it out if I have, but another grocery store tale of woe. I was working a Saturday, and there was something going on. Everyone had left town. All the other bag boys, I don't know what it could have been. We're all poor teenagers, but me and a kid named Alan, only ones working. That sucked on a Saturday. We were very short-staffed. But I woke up that morning, as one does, you take a piss. I went that, make sure I don't piss all over the place. And I felt like a pain in my groin area. Like, what the fuck? Something down there hurts real bad. I was fat back then, so it was kind of hard to inspect. So like, you know what? We'll deal with this after work. It's not searing pain, but so get to work. Few hours in, my name gets called to run up front to go carry out groceries. We're like stocking shelves. I turn the corner and like a waist high basket of sale items you can picture on the end of an aisle. There's always like, hey, sure. Macaroni and cheese is on sale this week. Got me right in the biscuits. And like I let out an otherworldly groan and I'm like, Alan, you got to get this. Like, fuck you, dude. I've been getting it all morning. I'm like, you have to get it. And I just ran to the bathroom. I reached my hand into my pants because I felt something bad. Pull it out. It is all blood and pus. I'm like, did you literally bust a nut? Like, so like talking about it makes my heart race right now.
Yeah,
so
I'm not feeling good right now.
And these are not spacious bathrooms. They are 4 feet by 5 feet. This is a prison bathroom. These are meant for employees only. The best part is I hear someone in the women's bathroom, so they're going to hear all of this. So drop trow, trying to look in the mirror. Probably not a very good look for me. Holding my gut up, pushing shit around.
Really rooting around in there.
Start feeling around, and there is an ingrown hair the size of a nickel. I'm like, Jesus. Oh no, how did this escape detection this long? So I was like, it hurts so bad. I had to like as if you were extracting a plum from the bottom of a bag of produce. I had to grip it and I just squeezed and it finally snapped like a plump tick. And the combination of pain and relief, I had to fucking run, first I was going to try to make clean my underwear in the sink. I'm like, homie, these go in the trash, man. You are fucking freaks. This looks like a fucking attempted homicide happened in these underwear. So I'm wiping and I'm panting, because it hurts. I'm sweating and panting, wiping my crotch down with my own underwear, fucking 2-hand tomahawk jam them into the garbage. I walk out, a very concerned elderly woman is fucking kind of just standing by the women's room, looking at me. All good now, lady. Did some fucking frontier surgery in there.
Jesus Christ! When they're digging a bullet out of Bill Paxton on the pool table in Tombstone, biting down on a leather strap.
Yeah. That was a dirty one. Holy shit. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Heroes are forged in the weirdest of furnaces.
There's the shirt.
You don't know when it'll be your chance to stand tall. Good God. I remember thinking that, I remember going back to work and still fucking just sweat dripping off my chin. That's
yeah, you just been through it.
Yeah. And then Alan was like, I don't know what happened in there, but apparently you weren't joking. You didn't just take a shit and read an Archie.
Oh, God.
He could hear me in the bathroom rooting on Archie. Yeah, you show Reggie. Oh no, Betty.
The jalopy can win the race, Arch. You got this.
Oh, here comes Jughead.
Yay! Clapping.
Oh, getting banana splits at Pop Tate's Chocolate Shop.
My Archie bench is empty. You're taking it from here.
You get up and go refill your coffee. I'm still going strong. Dilton Doiley's taking the SATs. Oh, of course he got a perfect score.
You could just be making shit up now for all I know. Oh, shit.
Phew. God, I'm getting sweaty. I can't get sweat into my gimp eye.
Oh yeah, don't fuck up your freshly renewed eyeball.
Holy guacamole! Yeah, it was the day or the night after I went to the ER. We did the last podcast, so everything was up in the air.
Oh yeah, by the way, welcome to America's Barley Basket, everyone.
I did not catch that.
That's a real late title card. Yeah, you. So we recorded the last one like the day before, the night before you were getting your eye repair surgery. So how are you? I'm looking at it. I saw it earlier. I'm not a big fan, but I saw that it's still in your head.
Yeah, it's very gnarly. It's no way around that. Let's see. I know this is just for Marlon, but I'll give him the devil eye.
Yeah, it's not like it's revolting. It's just, hey, what if all the white was red?
I was just gonna say that's exactly what it is. Like, there's still, if you were to see that, you would recognize it as an eyeball. You know,
yeah.
like
and from the outside, it's just you just got a shiner. It's swelled up. It's swelled shut. You look like Little Mac on the in between round screen if you haven't been playing very well.
I gotta frown a little more for that. Like,
yeah, you gotta hit the select button so Doc gives you some health back for the next round.
Is that what it was? You just crushed the select button? There was something like that.
Yeah, because and then you would regain health in the next round.
Yeah, but yeah, they brought me in. I saw a specialist on Tuesday, and then Thursday I had the surgery. And the surgery is very gnarly.
Walk us through it. I can't believe I said that because I hate surgical shit. I am so fucking skeeved out by anything medical. Like, genuinely, if I'm watching television and I see, like, there's a surgery scene, all it takes is, like, a scalpel drawing a line on somebody. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, interesting.
Looking away. Surgery shit is gross.
It's funny what skeeves a person out and what doesn't. Like, talking about fingernail shit, that's my thing. Or fucking busting a finger real bad. For some reason, that really bugs me. But
yeah, teeth shit and eye shit is pretty high up there. Not fun for me.
Horror movies where like someone's getting their teeth snapped out with like a pliers or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty tough.
Yeah. So I went in on Friday. The wild thing is you can't be unconscious. They can't have you fully asleep because they don't want you to move even a millimeter because they have lasers by your eyeball. So I was far more awake for this than I was. I mean, wisdom teeth, they put you completely out. Like, and it was an hour and a half long. And of that hour and a half, maybe 20 minutes, I was kind of in La La Land. But the rest of it, I was just sitting there politely being quiet. Just like hearing them talk shop. Like, oh, is your daughter done with school, Deborah? Oh, that's terrific. Where's she going to go next year? Oh, it's like...
Guys, I am not a water cooler. Let's focus here.
So yeah, that was... And right away, like anything medical, it's a hurry up and wait. You get there, sat on my fucking thumbs for an hour and a half. I'm like, come on, let's just get this done. Like, the sooner you get it done, the sooner I can, it gets better. It heals, that's my thinking on it. But, so they gassed me up like, fuck yeah, here we go. Like, I'm weirdly okay with it. I'm not, I'm not agitated. It's like,
Daddy wants to fuck.
Yeah. I'm not aroused in any way. But as they were going, God. I must have started to wake up a little bit because I could feel them putting instruments that I'm sure are meant to spread open my eye hole. And I was like I could feel things underneath the lids pulling aggressively. So I was literally tapping like the edge of the bag. Hey, I need more juice. And they're like, we got you, fam. And then they just gave me more.
Hit you with more gas. I mean, that's good that they were on top of it as you're getting fucking Clockwork Oranged.
Yeah, and then they put a topical to numb the skin, and then they drilled like a comically large needle had to go into my head between my eye and nose and insert the medicine to numb everything. Like,
oh boy,
like it was wild. And like they even said it like. Because like they were talking to me at that point because they hadn't fully doped me up yet. And they're like, boy, it's wild. Like, it's like, if you saw how big this needle was, you would not be this calm. I was like,
don't tell me that. What is wrong with you?
He read it right. He knew I was the kind of guy that, oh, that's fascinating. Like, as long as it didn't hurt, like.
Oh, God.
And then, like, they had the thing that bugged me the most, which for an hour and a half surgery, if that's what bugs you the most, is probably okay. they had a rubber or plastic sheet over my face, I'm sure, because there's shit splattering out of my eye hole as they work on it. So just like wearing like a piece of fabric with just one hole over the bad eyes. So I'm laying, and like it's all over my mouth and nose, and I'm like, hey, like this is just imagine lying flat on your back with a fucking grocery bag over your head. It's like not ideal for breathing,
like dry waterboarding, dry boarding.
Nope. I really had to okay, just be cool, They're cutting on your eye, I'm sure, right now. And like one time I heard about, okay, time for the laser. Could I get the laser? I'm like, oh boy, we got lasers involved. That's terrific. That's getting some cutting edge technology here. So, and now here I am.
That's fucking harrowing. I'm not gonna lie. I really hated hearing all of that. That wasn't fun for me at all. I knew that I didn't want to, but I knew it would maybe make a good podcast story. So
we got to teach the people.
I should have just led you there and then muted my earbuds and just nodded along like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Just put a load of clothes in the wash.
Just I got a tape recorder with some canned responses. What? Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, you're tripping.
Get out of here. Hey, what?
I think the thing for people if we're going to teach anyone anything today, just be aware of the fact you can get a detached retina with absolutely no head injury. Because I was like, I didn't even cross my mind. I thought you had to get like punched or fall and hit your head.
Yeah.
Because all I know detached retinas is from like MMA and pro football.
Yep, boxing. Yep.
Or in the NBA even. Like, remember Amari Stoudemire? That's why he wore goggles.
Okay.
Yep, he tore his retina and then just went with it for the rest of his career. So keep that in mind.
Oh, good. We just have ticking time bombs in our faces.
Yeah. Parts of your eyes can just detach just for laughs, just for a good time. So
just get lazy. Just I don't want to hang on to this anymore.
How did we say it earlier? Like a child TV star getting emancipated from its parents.
Yep.
It wants out.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
So there.
Well, I'm glad that's taken care of.
Could be
long recovery.
Up to 8 weeks is what it could take. But they said if it worked, I'll notice significant difference within 2 weeks. Which I'm like it right now. If I just open that eye and stare through it, it's far, far worse than how looking through it with a torn retina was. Like a torn retina, you couldn't read shit, but you could see shapes well enough that oh, that's a human. I don't know which human, but it's a human.
Yeah. This is like looking through a dryer sheet.
Yeah, the day after surgery, it was all just dark, except if a light bulb was on. I could see that. I could see, oh, that's a bright blob. Everything else is dark blobs. So that's like, man, this eye is fucked. But even today, I noticed the blobs are getting a little more defined, so keep in your prayers. Help Nathan's blobs get more and more defined.
Oh boy!
Amorphous blobs are a big enough part of my life. I don't need it to be part of my vision too.
Yeah.
Every time I get out of the
group.
Every time I get out of the tub, just staring in the mirror at an amorphous blob.
I got too many soft globes in my life. I ain't looking for more.
I want sharp edges in my vision.
Hard corners. 90-degree angles.
So have you had any
soft nightmare geometry that you deal with?
You're over there. Picture of health. Both your eyes working.
Yep, got them both. Still in my head.
But you are a contact lens boy. You're not over there 20/20 visioning it, right?
Oh, no. I'm blind as a fucking bat if I take my contacts out.
Oh, no doubt. Yep, me too.
I just see colors, really. Just soft color. I'm fucking blind if I don't have my contacts in.
But are you, at least if you hold something up to your face, you can read it, but it has to be right there?
Yeah, I can read my phone if it's 7 inches from my face, but any further than that, I can just if it was black text on a white screen, I would have to get it 6 or 7 inches before I can read it. You get past that, it's just a white screen. Yeah,
I'm the exact same way. You know what the fun thing is, as you get older, you're eventually going to get where your eyes start going backwards. So you won't be able to see things close or far away. There'll be like a 6-inch sweet spot, so you got to hold a menu 3.5 feet from your face.
Yeah, way out at arm's length. Yep.
Yeah.
That classic old person thing.
Start getting your reading glasses. Like my parents both have them, or they got the bifocals built into them.
Yeah,
God.
or get some readers that you wear way down at the end of your nose to look down through. Yeah,
Work part-time at a library.
that'd be a good look for me. Get the chain, like the
Oh,
librarian's glasses chain.
You could really dress it up. Man, with this eye injury, it got me thinking monocles need to make a comeback. I could really use a monocle right now.
Yeah, rock a monocle.
Have it in my good eye. What the fuck is the point of a monocle? What brought, like, why a monocle and not glasses? You know?
Maybe it was cheaper.
God, but in my head, the monocle was a sign of, like, you know, you're an aristocrat. You know, you took out your monocle.
Yeah,
to look-
that's true.
Like fucking Monopoly Man had a monocle, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was handy. I bet it was just for reading, the way reading glasses are. But you just let it dangle the majority of the time and just put it in if you need to read something real quick.
Maybe your vision wasn't so bad that you needed glasses, but like that was their version of readers, you know.
You're also at a point where you can slide a monocle lens into your vest pocket. You can't do that with a pair of glasses.
Yeah,
you know, you're gonna bump up against something and break them.
And who knows what glasses were made out of, fucking horse bones or something. Like they fucking break real easy.
I got me a new pair of horsies. Yep.
This was a sick Colt. You know it's the quality stuff. They're hard to find. Usually they're made of old mares, but not this one.
Not real young. Got young horse glasses.
Lots of marrow in those bones still.
I've somehow dodged it so far, and I know that it's going to happen someday. It's just a fucking ticking time bomb. I've yet to have a surgery. Like,
no, look at you.
Not nothing. No, never broken a bone. Never had to, like, the most wild fucking, you know, like medicine or surgical anesthesia I've had to deal with is like a shot of lidocaine or a rip off a fucking laughing gas at the dentist.
No stitches for your boy?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had stitches.
I don't think I have either, now that I think about it. Look at us.
I think I might have had a couple in my very young youth. I think I had a thing in my upper lip, if I'm remembering right, where like the cord that connects your lips to your gums was too short, so they had to just cut it because it was like making my top lip turn, like, or I couldn't close my lip properly.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
A lot of like English, the aristocrat, like the higher class, they have that where their upper lip kind of turns up.
Yeah,
so maybe
you're kind of always showing your top teeth, even if you don't mean to.
Yeah, so maybe you come from a grand lineage.
I can tell you for certain that is not the case.
It has to be way down the line.
do some manner of fucking Ancestry.com find out I come from French aristocracy or something.
And then one wild nephew fucked a pig. He was banished, and you were part of the banished tribe.
And I'm part of that branch on the tree. Yep. I'm part of the pig branch.
Him with his pig bride leading his descendants. His ex-wife still part of the gang, but just super pissed.
Yeah.
Watching a guy in a relationship with a pig that's like nice. It's not gross. Like they like have fun together. Like they're at the
movies,
park. Yeah.
Drinking a milkshake with two straws.
I just feel like I could talk to you.
Yeah, turns out that's the secret. Yes, I come from the porcine branch of Louis the 15th.
Other than that, your body's pure.
Yeah, pure garbage. Yep.
So when you get into the sex trade, that'll be what your calling card. Like, you can
Pure
expect
corn
me
syrup.
for holes and cuts, but I tell you, it's pristine.
Yeah, still got the wisdom teeth and the appendix and the tonsils, all original GM parts. No aftermarket horse shit.
No AC Delco here.
Yep.
There was a rage in the early 2000s to get aftermarket wisdom teeth. They took your old ones out. got a wisdom tooth with a picture of Kid Rock on it.
Ran down to Napa, got all new Ed Hardy covers for my wisdom teeth.
So they just, your wisdom teeth were so far in, they're like, fuck it, they're not going to be a problem, or?
I had the mouth space for it. They're like, yeah, we'll let them come in. There's everything's, you got the room for it, so fuck it.
God. I talked to someone recently, they had 10 adult teeth pulled and still had to have their wisdom teeth pulled. How
Jesus.
is that possible?
All right, mouse mouth. Like,
Yeah,
what
right?
the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think they said that was a huge part of it. I think they said they were born with like 4 extra, but still 10 teeth, not including your wisdom teeth.
Can't eat a hot dog because your mouth doesn't open that far.
Yeah. You gotta just it takes like 200 bites to eat a hot dog. Eating it like corn on the cob.
Just nibbling away.
It's good. You go finish that in the car, you weirdo.
Takes a long time to get through the bun because you got to make a full revolution. Mouth's getting dry eating all this bread. Oh, there, we're back to condiments and hot dog. There we go.
Oh, when you just got the dog's stem, just an 8-inch quarter diameter hot dog stick. That's when they start eating from the end finally, like a person.
Yeah, finally they can finish it proper. Oh God, it's down to like a swizzle stick size hot dog.
I had one adult tooth pulled, and like, because I had all sorts of shit all cattywampus in my head, but it's like that dentist. It was just like a local dentist. Like fuck it, I bet if I get that tooth out, that'll move some shit around. And like, it just happened. They pulled the tooth. Within like 3 months, my teeth all fell into place.
Huh.
Like that, yeah, like good on that. Like my mom was saying, like it cost like $110, like, which Jesus Christ, you don't even get a fucking complimentary fucking glass of ice water for $110 at a dentist now.
Can't even buy a new couch for that.
Yeah. But if you want used ones,
that callback deserved better, but it's fine. You're injured. You're on IR. I'll give you podcast IR.
I see what you did there.
Hey,
we're having fun.
Daddy's fine. Daddy's doing just fine.
We're goofing around. Ooh, the sweat does hurt though.
We're having fun. Oh, I bet.
You know, I should get to a point where I don't sweat from doing a podcast. It's not like I'm on an exercise bike. I am sitting down.
You don't have one of them, the desk pedals that so you can work out at your desk.
Just letting out a high-pitched wheeze the whole time you're at work.
You're not doing boy kegels this whole time.
Working them muscles you got to build up so you can edge without using your hands.
Yep.
You just put your hands behind your head and give yourself the gonzo nose just with force of will.
Leaned back in your chair with your hands behind your head, just bop, bop, bop.
Get it almost touch and then not today, and get it right back up.
Shut her down. Squeeze and release.
I remember reading a Maxim magazine article about doing that. I'm like, you know what? I think I got bigger fish to fry.
Who's got the time?
I don't, I got other physical ailments that, probably have precedence over my boy Kegels.
Thanks, Maxim, but I'm just going to keep slamming it in the fridge door. That's how I'm going to keep getting there. It's fine.
If you're interested in what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to stop your piss flow. Piss for 5 seconds, stop pissing for 5 seconds. Piss for 5 seconds, stop.
What?
Builds that muscle.
Fuck that
Builds
muscle.
that-
I don't think I need that muscle.
Build that party muscle up.
Boy, had Maxim run out of shit to talk about in her magazine?
They got a little they'd get into the guts of it when it came to the sexy times.
Literally in the guts. Yep.
You do that enough, it looks like you got a pickled pig's foot beneath your sack. That muscle's just taut.
Just pulsing. It's got its own pulse.
Yeah, your taint has veins, bro.
Bro, your taint is yoked. It's looking like that. It's looking like that pointy Scott Steiner bicep.
Your taint has a taint.
You got a goddamn beef heart tucked up under your bag. What is this?
Old Tommy Two Taints here. You got those two veins, you press on them, it's like hot and cold running water. One makes it grow, one shuts her down. It's like the one and the twos on if you're a DJ.
Slider in between.
Look at that guy play his taint.
Oh, wait for the drop. Here we go. Boom. There. Yeah.
Yeah, went right up his own asshole. I don't know how that's possible.
Oh, shit. Phew. We talk about prostates more than any other Simpsons podcast.
More than like a medical
said it.
podcast to it.
Oh, shit. Phew.
Got shooty hoops tonight. I don't know if my goddamn heart's going to be able to take it, but...
Dude, how do we have shooty hoops tonight?
Yeah.
There should not be shooty hoops tonight. I don't like if people aren't watching shooty hoops. The Celtics and Heat series it went like the Heat won the first 3 games. They just got to win one more to win. And then the fucking Celtics win 3 in a row to force a winner takes all. This is a goddamn movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's... No team has ever come back from 3-0. I think only 2 or 3 times has a team ever forced a game 7, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. A team has never, because it's best of 7, so you got to win 4. Like, no team in NBA history has come back from 3 games to none to win the series.
Yeah,
And that might happen tonight. You, dear listener, already know because we're recording on Monday. But
so you will know how good of a mood I am tomorrow as you listen to this. I was like, oh, Nathan's very happy or Nathan's very sad. The way they pissed away that lead in the 4th, the things I was screaming at my TV would get me canceled on fucking Breitbart. Like, it was the hurtful things I was saying. I was so
about
outraged.
Those players and their mothers
And their pets, the cities they're from, the religions they practice, their sexual orientation, all of it was up for grabs.
Yeah.
Holy, I was mad. I think I was like willing to bet anyone that would have taken it that the Celtics were playing so bad they wouldn't even get a shot off in that final attempt. I was like, they're going to just turn the fucking ball over the way they're playing. Like, oh.
I feel like over the last couple of episodes of this show, you have been like, yeah, it's probably over. We're probably done with. I mean, we both, especially once the series got going, kind of both expected the Lakers and the Celtics to just get swept, or at the very least a gentleman's sweep. But like, yeah, I mean, the fucking Lakers lost 4 in a row and went home, but the Celtics staying alive.
And then on paper, Boston's such a good team, but they just seem to be missing that, like, they don't have that guy that's like, okay, give me the ball. We got a 10-point lead. I'm going to make sure we hold on. You know, like...
Yeah, they don't have a general.
Yep, exactly. They don't have a Chris Paul. They all seem to look around when times get tough, you know. They don't know.
Yeah.
There's not that guy screaming for the ball. Give it to me. I'll figure shit out. They don't have that.
They got a whole team of Dean Malenkos, but they need one Chris Jericho.
They are top to bottom the best mid card team in the league. They got they have the mid card covered. Yeah,
Yeah, nothing but Intercontinental champions.
Yeah, that sums them up very well. And then if they do win, it's all that emotion, and then 48 hours later you start it all over again because they're in the finals.
Yeah,
against the preposterous Nikola Jokic, who somehow is shaped like me and is the best basketball player on planet Earth.
Yep. Fucking
I bet
Serbian assassin at 24% body fat.
Yeah, peak physical condition me is a 6'2" Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
Like that's so wild. Like they show pictures of him as a 11-year-old boy. He had titties. It's like 11-year-old me had titties. So it's like we have that in common. It's like
except he became the best player in professional basketball.
He grew to be 7 feet tall.
You are doing a podcast over Zoom with an eye that tried to fall out of your face for no reason.
In the middle of a Monday afternoon when most normal people are at work.
Or picking up their children from school.
Yep, yeah. Or there are people my age that are now empty nesters. Like their last kid just graduated, and now they're dealing with what life's going to be like without a house full of kids.
Yeah, and you've been living that life this whole time. You've been empty nest the whole time. You've been living the life that now they're excited to live.
You know what I did earlier today? I very carefully took a box off a tall shelf in my closet because I didn't want to get hit in the fucking eye, and just laid on my bed like a child and looked at baseball cards.
Attaboy.
I would have done the same thing when I was 7. Like nothing has changed. This is the most boring book. There's a lot of laying around looking at shit.
Oh, fantastic.
If I would have found my He-Man guys, I'd be playing with them right now. I wouldn't be doing this podcast. Stratos off the top rope.
Your episode of Behind the Music would not be good.
Be like Weird Al's.
No controversies, no wild times.
What is it Judy Tatuna? What does she say? I guess he likes desserts when it comes to Weird Al's vices. He likes ice cream and cake, I guess.
Got a sweet tooth, I guess.
That's his no, that's the skeleton in his closet. Sometimes he'll get 2 desserts at Perkins. And then probably walk 6 miles the next day to take care of it. Weird Al's very svelte.
Yeah, he'll pay the physical check that comes due on it, unlike the rest of us pounding dessert all day.
Yeah. Just roll over on top of the plate in bed. You got a windshield ice scraper in your bathroom to scrape the plates off.
Oh,
holy shit. Someone casually mentioning that.
Oh yeah, I got my plate scraper in the bed.
Plate scraper right next to the poop knife. Hopefully not in the same.
No, we can't do poop knife again.
We can't. I'm glad you drew a line in the sand. We can't go down the poo-poo knife road.
Yeah, that was bad enough once. We're not revisiting.
But we're still, any emails you have to send about real life run-ins with poop knives, please. Marlon can send them right to me.
Real life poop knife.
Put poop knife all caps in the subject line so we know where to send it.
barleybasketUSA@gmail.com is the email address. We didn't record while I was down there, but I even came and visited your ass here the other day.
You sure did.
Came down to the cities. I went and saw the Spoon. I've lived 3 hours from Minneapolis for 20 years. Had never seen the Spoon, so I went and saw the Spoon.
Well, I live 6 minutes away, and I've never seen the Spoon.
And I was like, oh, yep, there it is.
That's a big spoon, all right.
Sure is. Well,
there's a cherry on it and everything. Look at that.
There we go.
I think that's always, if you live by something, you're less apt to have seen it. You know?
Oh, totally. Because it's not for you. It's for the tourists.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Like, fuck. I lived, I don't know, 15 minutes away from the Peace Gardens most of my life. There were people that would drive 3,000 miles to go look at the flowers at the Peace Gardens, which is like, what the fuck? You live in Florida. Like, there's there's go-karts everywhere in Florida. Like, so much shit you could be doing.
There's not a go-kart anywhere up here.
Yeah, this is a fucking dud. This is a fucking dud is what this is.
Yeah.
Look around. There's not a Sonic. There's nothing. No
That's
fucking
your
far.
barometer. No Sonic, no good.
There isn't soft serve ice cream within 30 miles of this place. I remember we took a family trip to Glacier National Park when I was like 14, and I was just pissed that there wasn't any baseball card shops anywhere. That's all I cared about. Like, fucking glaciers are dumb.
You brought me all this way to see nature?
I want to get a Penny Hardaway rookie. God, junior high age kids are the worst.
I remember we took like a day trip to Medora once and didn't like. I'm not quite sure why. I'm not sure what the main attraction was, other than like, I don't know, go to Medora. That's a thing that people do, I guess, as a family. And I remember at some point driving through the Badlands getting mildly admonished from the front seat to put that goddamn book down. Like, I'm just reading, just like, yeah, man, I don't know. It looks like rocks and dirt to me.
Looks a lot like home.
Back to the Hardy Boys or whatever I was reading. Like,
this is dumb. You know what the boxcar children are doing right now? Fighting a ghost. That's fucking wild.
yeah, man, I've seen an antelope before. I'm reading. Let me tell you about what the Tommy Knockers got going on.
Mom, cool with you reading over your head scary stuff?
Oh, yeah. There was something about, like I was like shoved away from like adult content in movies or TV shows or music, things of that nature. But if it was a book, it was fine. If it was a book, it was fair fucking game.
Which is wild, because the books that usually go harder in the paint than anything, you know? Like,
yeah, and your own sick imagination has to build it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what an orgy looks like. Boy, I'm imagining it.
Yeah, it's that was always it was never once brought up. Like, I don't think should you be reading that was ever something that was asked.
Never. I was like, because it's so like, what are you gonna do? Read it yourself? That's like, which for some parents they would, you know, like my mom ain't gonna sit down and read a Stephen King book. Like,
right,
they're
that's
fucking
1,100 pages long. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig through The Stand to see what he's reading. And this is pre-Google. I bet right now there's multiple websites dedicated to what age should you be to read this book, and you just type in the name of the book, and it says 13 or over. You know.
It'll almost tell you like the content.
Yeah, and then you can swat it out of your child's hand if they're under 13. Yeah, and
down.
Give you the reasons for it. Language. Yeah. Fucking weird fucking. Like there's
sad fucking.
Like the MSRP on the TV shows, like adult content and nudity, you know.
Weird fucking.
Weird fucking.
Boring fucking. Mundane fucking.
There's 18 different subgenres of fucking. It's like punk rock.
Descriptors of fuck smells.
Lewd recountings of fuck vapors. It made myself laugh. Good work, Marlon.
Description of fuck sensory. The walls are damp. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The floor is sticky.
Got your big red
smells
stamp.
Smells like the beach. The Hardy Boys knew they were in for something they'd never experienced before.
What's this erotic Hardy Boy fanfic you're writing?
Their first time solving the murder of a dead prostitute.
And not the last.
Yeah. I don't think I ever... That is wild. I don't think I ever read a Hardy Boys book. I was devouring all that kind of shit.
I can guarantee I've never read a Hardy Boys book. No, not one.
What
Not a
were
Hardy
your...
Boy, not a Nancy Drew, not a nothing.
Well, you're a man's man. That's obviously not going to read Nancy Drew.
Oh, is Nancy Drew for girls? Is that
For the ladies, yeah.
okay? I thought Nancy Drew was just a different series.
Oh, sure. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure it was for women. Or for gals.
Okay.
Little ladies. However you refer to girls in your life.
You're having a tough time nailing it down.
What was your like, you know, usually with anything children based, it's a franchise, like kids books. Do you have a fave?
Oh yeah, I read. I liked the Beverly Cleary books, the
me
Mouse
too.
and the Motorcycle series, and I liked this probably would have been before Beverly Cleary, but the when I was a little younger, the Hank the Cowdog series. I don't know if you remember those books.
I think I remember seeing them.
Yeah, it was like, you know, it was like the animals on the farm and what they were doing and getting up to and solving mysteries, and that was mine. And that, like, I think our school had like 14 of the fucking things or something, and I just ate through those.
Huh. I was a Beverly Cleary boy. I was more about Ramona and Beezus and their family. Henry Higgins and Rusty, yeah. And then
I was strictly Ralph S. Mouse.
I got really pretty early on. I got big into just reading, like getting huge into comic strips, like getting the new Garfield, getting the new Far Side, getting the new Calvin and Hobbes, that kind of shit.
Yeah, the Garfield Vault books, you know, the strip collections. Our library had those, but I was never popular enough to be the first one through the library door so I could get one. All the rest of the kids, like the four coolest kids in your grade, they are the ones who got the Garfield books, and you just didn't argue with your place in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So you had to go find something else.
I don't think the cool kids in my school could read.
I don't think they could either, which is why they gravitated towards the comic strips.
Yeah, good point. I do remember watching a borderline illiterate kid try to do a book report in earnest about a Garfield book. And the teacher had to explain, it's like, well, honey, it's not like, you know, like this isn't a linear story, you know, it's like...
Oh God! Try to tell it as if as if it has continuity.
Yeah, and I am not joking. I remember like looking around, like anyone else catching this shit? This kid's dumb.
Oh God! That would be funny to read Garfield comics, trying to follow that, to try to keep that in mind. Like, oh, and then when they got home, I guess they got home from the vet, because now this is, what time of day is it? Is this the same day?
Yeah. Does anyone ever sleep?
This is terrible storytelling.
Really, or it's like cutting edge, like a real non-linear plot that jumps around.
It's extremely avant-garde. It's the Pulp Fiction of its day.
A very Lynchian Garfield tale.
It's Mulholland Drive, but Garfield.
The Mulholland Drive of Garfield collections. How would you describe the new Garfield? Kafka-esque.
Well, you've seen Twin Peaks, right?
Yeah. Picture Liz as Laura Palmer.
Should I watch that show? I've never seen that show.
I never have either, which is wild. Because I'm a Lynch guy, at least some of it. The real cuckoo banana shit goes too off the rails for me, but I like a lot of Lynch stuff.
I don't know that I've seen anything but Seven.
I got to go back to Garfield for a second, if you don't mind.
Okay, yep, take it back.
Is there a recurring woman character in that book outside of Liz?
I was
'Cause
about
I
to
think
say
Nirma-
Liz, the veterinarian, but
I think Nermal is a boy, is a cute little boy kitten.
Really?
Yep, I'm pretty sure Nermal's a boy. Oh my God, Arlene, Garfield's
Oh yeah,
girlfriend.
Arlene. Yeah.
They're just coming now, brother. Irma, the old spicy diner waitress.
Oh boy.
Holy, Irma's a deep cut.
Yeah, I didn't have Irma. My bench was empty at Arlene.
Look at that. So they're representing the ladies over in Jim Davis's world too. It's very inclusive.
John was a cartoonist? Is that what his? I think that was his job.
You're right. You don't see it much, but like,
Yeah. Because it's three panels and it has to revolve around this fucking cat. So it's pretty tough to work John's day-to-day work life into there.
I feel like there's a sketch, or maybe they're like by the door and John's about to leave, and he has like a big square, like you would use to carry a big drawing, you know?
Like the artist bag, yeah.
Yep, exactly. I feel like I've seen that, but you're right. He is a cartoonist. That's Garfield talk.
That's what we got. That's what we got for Garfield talk. Your weekly Garfield check-in.
Jim Davis could legit live to be 2,000 years old and never spend all of his money.
Right, yeah.
I think Jim Davis is close to being a legit billionaire.
Off of fucking Garfield.
That Tubby Tabby took the heart of a nation.
I mean, Garfield is a core part of my childhood, but that's a TV show. I could give a fuck about the comic. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was both. I was fucking jazzed when they announced there was going to be a Saturday morning Garfield cartoon. And I will stand by fucking probably like if you went through collections 3 through 13, there's a few chuckles in there. I'm not going to tell you you're going to laugh your ass off, but there was a time Garfield's quality was way higher than it is now.
But you're not going to laugh out loud, but it's tough to be grumpy reading a Garfield.
Yeah. But now, boy, I can't remember the last time I was anything but baseline reading a Garfield, you know? Like, that's Garfield, all right.
I think you should get deep into Garfield merch collecting the way some people get with, like, Coca-Cola merch.
NASCAR.
I'm curious, so I'm going to do it. We're gonna do it live. I'm opening my eBay app right now. What do you think the most expensive thing is if I type Garfield into collectibles?
God. I feel like there's something outrageous. I'm going to go $2,000.
Okay. As I'm going down, the first thing, or unless I missed one, the first thing you get to, sorted by highest price first, that is an officially licensed piece of Garfield merchandise that is expensive, is a rare vintage 1978 Garfield brushing his teeth dentist office wall clock. I'll show it to you, show the camera. It's just a Garfield wall clock of him brushing his teeth, and it is $7,329.
No shit. Now I'm going to be looking at. Yeah. I know that I've seen that image before in other like wall hanging shit. So that's an iconic Garfield image.
Yep. There's a rare 1991 sealed inbox CBS Garfield Christmas VHS for $7,000.
Like, some of this has to be money laundering. There's no way that's worth that. Like,
I got to put that phone down. We just can't look at Garfield eBay listings all day. That's bad radio.
Those are all getting purchased by the Sonoa cartel. That is a way for them to move money around.
I think you need a $7,300 Garfield dentist wall clock for your home.
Oh man, fuck it. If I had the money, it'd be on the wall already, brother.
Buddy, I think that might be where this friendship goes from now on. Like, I'm getting you Garfield merch for your home. Just whatever garbage I can find at a thrift store.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Nathan's birthday's coming up. Here we go.
He hates Mondays. He loves
Christmas,
lasagna.
Father's Day, Arbor Day. I'll give you Garfield trash every holiday.
Would you agree with me at the peak of Garfield popularity? There had to have been a Garfield lasagna tin you could buy.
Like a pan that you yourself make lasagna in? Absolutely.
Had to have been. Or like a glassware, like for cooking a casserole in with the Garfield characters on it. That had to
Right.
have been. I would legit like to own that.
I would think maybe even a shaped one, like a Garfield cake pan, except meant to make lasagna in.
Yep, totally, yeah.
God, you flip that thing out of there, that's a nightmare. It just looks like someone's removed all of Garfield's skin.
That's the Hellraiser Garfield.
Scaring the kids.
You ever cook a lasagna? That seems like it'd be a
Fuck
chore.
yeah. It is. Lasagna is a huge pain in the ass, but it's fucking good. There ain't no way around it. Lasagna is real good. I make a good lasagna. I make a lasagna that I'm proud of. I'll stand by my lasagna.
Hey, look at you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. My whole thing with Italian food is rarely have I'm ever excited for it, but God, it's like there's no better leftover. There are some Italian foods that are better the next day.
Oh yeah, most are. Like there's a scientific explanation for that. There's something about tomatoes that if they're
Interesting.
like they get better every time you reheat them. There's some chemical thing, and that's why Italian food is so good left over.
God damn it! Look at we give so much on this podcast.
Yeah, this is a learning podcast. This is edutainment.
It sure is, because that makes total sense. Because it's the tomato-based ones that are often the best reheated. Fucking spaghetti's good. You can just keep recooking spaghetti.
Yeah, ruin on all your Gladware bowls. They'll never be clear again.
I have not owned a clear piece of Tupperware in a long time. they have seen many a battle.
I always reach a point where I'm like, nope, I can't anymore. This has got to go in the trash.
All of my Gladware containers look like the dad's hands in The Day No Pigs Would Die.
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes a butcher's hands can't be cleaned.
Oh boy, I didn't think we'd get to A Day No Pigs Would Die reference on this podcast. Took 155 episodes or something? I don't know where we're at.
The people have been asking. We got to give it to them.
Have they?
Yeah. The letter writing campaign has reached a fever pitch.
Yeah, the prayer chain finally got all the way to you. Had some good ass Jamaican food when we were down there.
Oh yeah, that was. I kind of had a hankering for it already. It's like I could stand for a little more of that.
I like I'll be honest. I thought it was like pretty good. It's not anywhere near the best Jamaican or Caribbean food I'd ever had, but it was pretty good. I was glad I traded you a piece of oxtail for one of your wings because I think those wings were fucking primo.
Yep, the wings were terrific. I think I almost went oxtail because you can get chicken wings at a lot of places. You ain't gonna get oxtail everywhere, but I think they had their wings figured out.
Yeah, that was good. The oxtail was good, but not quite what I was hoping for.
You cook oxtail at home, man?
I'll cook oxtail at home. I ain't above it.
Look at you. How you cooking it? Miking it?
Oh, God, I can't think of a worse piece of beef to fucking microwave than a piece of...
What a thing to walk by and see slowly spinning through the glass.
Oh. No, man, oxtail's a brazier. You got to get that bitch in a roasting pan or a slow cooker all day.
Oh,
Oxtail's...
really?
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
I get that's a tough meat. You got to break it down.
Yeah, oxtail ain't nothing but connective tissue. Oxtail is 94% sinew.
Someone cooking that in a 6-inch diameter frying pan at high heat.
Just sizzling, flipping it over.
It can't cook each side. It's fucking round.
God, you would have better. You would have less of a jaw workout if you ate one of your Skechers than if you ate a pan-seared oxtail.
Well, maybe that could be some Patreon content. Doing some geek show shit.
All right, let's get the fucking tail disc in here and clunk.
Who is this for?
Yeah, oxtail's real fucking good, but you gotta let her ride all day. I'll often buy oxtail if I'm in the mood for like a roast, but don't want to put up with a fucking roast. It's all the same. Like, it's all that same fucking tough old boot leather meat. You just boil it long enough.
On the subject of beef gambles, I've been thinking of... I need to try...
I'm sorry, beef gambles really
Get
caught
into
me
that
sleeping.
beef section, feel a little frisky. I need to I need to buy some beef liver. I haven't had it since I was in single digits. I don't even remember how much I liked it. I just remember I didn't dislike it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Get yourself a piece to live.
Pretty sure it's cheap, right?
Oh yeah, it's dirt fucking cheap. Nobody wants it.
Yeah. Good for you too, possibly, I think.
I think extremely high in iron, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's its main thing.
Yeah, you're right, because you can buy desiccated beef liver in a pill.
Yeah. For your
if you're in a hurry.
deficiency. Gotta get my liver fix.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah, I've never been a fan, and I have gone back and tried it in adulthood, and I'm like, nope, I was right as a kid. Yeah. Not my jam.
Sometimes your memory is crystal clear. It was.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything in life that you've went back to and you've gained a taste for that you didn't like when you were young? Mine are mushrooms.
Oh yeah, I've always loved mushrooms. I bet if I thought long enough and hard enough or made some phone calls, there'd probably be some, but I don't think so. I think I liked what I like early, and I think I still don't like what I didn't like then.
I think with
that's
hard
a
work
country song if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, a modern country. Like Johnny Paycheck could have sang that song. I think I'm slowly turning the tides on black olives. I used to hate black olives as a kid. Now I'm getting where I can tolerate them. God willing, with hard work and determination, I'll eventually like them. But we're not there yet.
I prefer a green, but I got no beef with the black olive.
Yeah. See, green is the one I can't. The green that's my white whale in the olive world. I can't do it.
Oh man. You eat a whole jar in the kitchen, standing in the fridge door, cooling your gross body, slamming a whole jar of fucking manzanilla green olives, and then you drink the juice and you spike the jar on the ground.
I'm picturing you driving on the interstate, just guzzling a jar of fancy olives, not even trash ones. You're treating yourself.
Next time I pick you up, there's a big jar of feta stuffed Queen's olives in the fucking cup holder. What are we doing here, Marlon? Don't worry about it.
Casually throwing it out the window, hitting a highway patrolman.
I was living large on the way down to the cities, too. Stopped at that fucking Clearwater Bakery and got a donut the size of the steering wheel.
It doesn't make any sense. Why are they so big?
It's so good. Those are fucking... Not only are they big, those are good fucking donuts, my man.
I think they're perfectly... They're perfectly fine. I just, like... For me, it's like, I don't need a Long John the size of a toddler's leg. I don't get it. Like, it's hard to eat in the car.
It's not about need. It's about want, you know? Like, it is an embrace of gluttony that you have to be on board for.
And when they're that big, I think the dough to frosting ratio leans too far dough. I want more, like I will legit start ripping the bottom half of one of their Long Johns out so it's less fluff.
Just making a canoe, just digging that out of there.
Basically, I want a maple frosting canoe is what I want.
Fling that fucking donut dough out your window.
I'm also the psychopath that doesn't want filling in his Long Johns.
Yeah, I know you are, because you're out of your goddamn mind. But
I like the simplicity.
I'm a fritter boy. I picked up they're out of apple fritters, but I got a blueberry fritter.
You have a toe fall off eating a fritter. Those things come correct. That is pure sugar.
Yep.
I had a family friend who their family owned a bakery, and like the guy his brother that did the baking, he's like, man, fucking fritters are wild. It's like 6 pounds of sugar makes one fritter.
They're real
they lose
good,
money
though.
on each one. Yeah, fritters delish.
Yeah, and that fritter there is 2 inches thick and the size of a goddamn pizza pan.
Got that chud fritter. Chode fritter, excuse me.
Oh, God damn it, that was good.
Back home, the fritters were just like weird knobs, like covered in bumps. Like if you were to see a fritter, it's not appetizing to look at, but God, they're tasty.
Oh yeah, a fritter is a knobby, lumpy donut. It looks fucked up. It looks like you fucked up.
Yeah, for knobby, lumpy people. I bet not a lot of ultra marathon runners are eating fritters.
No, probably not a lot. No, not a lot of top tier athletes getting down on a fritter.
Trying to cut their fritter consumption down.
If you gave Tom Brady a fritter, he would legit die. That would be the end of it.
He would have at least a perilous ambulance ride to an ER.
His kidneys would reach over and punch his liver and he would explode. That would just be the it.
We're all athletes. We're all just different kinds.
Yep.
What I'm doing to my body is an extreme sport in Japan. There's no way around that. I'd be there, Garfield. Giant man loves Reese's Pieces cups.
Yep. Phew. And then went and had fondue that night down in the cities. I had a hell of a fucking food day that day.
Look at
giant
you.
Giant donut, Jamaican food, and then a huge fondue meal.
I dipping.
Was fucking going for it.
Just dipping your breads and your meats into exotic hot sauces.
Yeah. Just, here's a big bowl of hot cheese. You want to dip this bread in it? I do. I'm going to need you to turn away.
Yeah. They have a chocolate fountain for you. Could you get decadent with your dessert too?
Yep, got the chocolate one. Like just a fondue pot full of fucking melted chocolate. And here you go. You want some marshmallows and banana slices and fucking brownie bits to roll around in there, you doughy piece of garbage. Have at it.
Thank you.
And we did. It was very good.
Look at you. Just fucking being your best self this summer. Just the summer of decadence.
Yep. The summer of Marlin got kicked off pretty hard on Saturday. I gotta go to the fucking gym tomorrow.
Just show up all sweaty. You got Saturday night's makeup still on your face. This went too hard.
Sorry, I got all fritted up over the weekend. I was frit-faced.
He knows it. He could see it on you.
Yep, trainer, as soon as I'm through the door. What the fuck?
You going a fritter run, you fat bitch? He's giving you like a titty lift.
that oxtail I heard you're smelling your pores, boy? Is that what you're doing?
Sorry.
How much goddamn cheese you put in there this weekend?
Too much.
Quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you want pints or quarts?
That reminds me, I was watching a documentary series on Monty Python, you know, because British comedy is amazing. And there had an interview with Graham Chapman in there, who was like famously terrible alcoholic during the Monty Python years. Eventually got clean. And he said that during the making of the Holy Grail, he was drinking 4 pints of gin a day.
Holy fuck.
That's like over 2 quarts.
Oh, that's
a half gallon.
Oh, picture a milk half gallon full of gin is so gnarly.
Like, and knowing that I'm going to finish that off by the time I go to bed. Yeah. Yowza.
Yeah. Oh, boy. God damn it, that's too much gin. Oh.
Like, I get they're British, and British people love their gin, but fuck me, that's too much.
I wonder how, was he just taking it right to the dome like a monster, or was he, wonder if he's making drinks?
I don't know. God.
I mean, if you're drinking fucking, like, that's, you throw in your fucking tonic water, Christ, that's a gallon of liquid you're drinking, you know? Like,
oof.
I'm sure he's mixing them fucking strong if he's drinking 2 quarts of it, but man. You're just hoping. I don't ever want to go on a gin tear like that. I don't ever want to measure my gin intake by the quart if I can help it.
Yeah, I want my gin to not be measurable in the same way that milk is.
Yeah. Oh, God. Getting that 1 gallon red container of whole gin. Got chunks of pine tree right in it.
It's whole gin time again. Singing that to nobody alone in your apartment.
Just sitting in an abandoned car in your one parking space for your apartment. The gin mobile. Oh, yeah. Another eventful week in the books.
We did it. Yes.
Look at us.
You and I've had big weeks, buddy.
We lay around, we watch basketball, you dip cheese, I have eye seepage. We're
eating fritters, we're losing our face organs. It's a hell of a day.
We're really doing it. They said we couldn't. Look at us now.
We're having a good old time.
Yeah. How long until the Simpsons are going to grace? I was just trying to think, what, 3 months from now, you think?
Season 34 just ended like a week or 2 ago. They had the season finale, and I believe it comes back in October, and I think that'll be season 35, and season 34 then will hit Disney Plus, I don't know, a week or 2 before the new season starts, is how they usually do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing this for a while, you know.
Let us know what you think we could do different. But I've heard positive things so far. Maybe it's just people being nice to me because they know I'm a fragile young man. But
I've heard people have heard people like, oh, this is kind of nice, just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we fucked up though. We did not put together our lists of worst comedy shows we've ever had. But we'll do that next week. Oh
shit! Yeah,
we'll do that next week.
Yeah,
we had stuff going on.
Yeah, I had eyes falling out of my head.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
good call, though. I was looking forward to that because I have some tales of torment that need to be expunged.
Yeah, we'll remind each other throughout the week to get those lists put together, and we promise we'll do that next week. How's that sound?
Yeah.
I was all fritter wasted. I wasn't able to.
We're pinky swearing right now.
Oh yes, right. Yep. I don't like you waving your pinky at the screen. I think it's
very
vulgar.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Keep your eye in your head, and good luck in the basketballs tonight.
God willing.
I'll be watching and bothering you, I'm sure, the whole time. You'll get tired of me for sure.
Yeah. Unless they're winning, then I'm in a very jovial mood.
Yeah. Then I'll turn heel and be like, come on, Miami.
Slam dunks.
All right, bud. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you made it through the ice stuff.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.